As we start the 6th season, Pirlo is coming off a DFB-Pokal win and his first domestic cup in our challenge. We lost our goalkeeper due to retirement, and our defensive mid, Kraus, is out for 2 months to start the season. In this episode, we're finding a new goalkeeper, we're facing Bayern Munich in the Super Cup, we'll be playing in 3 Champions League games, and we'll be finishing off the episode with the first round of the DFB-Pokal and a new statistical analysis of the team performance. We sell 3 defensive players. The reason why is because we need to scrape together just enough money, and we swap Jeremiah St. Just to purchase our new star goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. We promote a wonder kid in our youth academy, and we also get a loan from another young center back. Our youth academy center back will have to start at the beginning of the season due to the fact that we have no budget to bring anybody else in. However, we don't have an opportunity to purchase any new players yet, as we need to face Bayern Munich in the Super Cup with a chance to win a domestic title. Going into this game, you can see that Bayern Munich has a lot of the same superstars, and you can tell that their chemistry skyrocketed having played together for so long. Leading up to their corner kick, we do get a steal, and we kick it ahead to Dames, and he shows his blazing speed yet again. But he cannot finish as it goes off the crossbar. That would prove detrimental. They would piece together a few passes yet again, and Kane would score. But Hamburg fights back as they find Selk inside the box for 2 toe pokes and 1 goal scored. In the Super Cup, it does not go to extra time, we go straight to penalties. Selk's head-scratching miss leads to another early disadvantage in the penalties for Hamburg. And in the very last frame, we need one more save from our new goalkeeper in order to keep this thing going.
And now it truly is final.
Musiala wins the Super Cup for Bayern Munich, and we go home empty-handed. Immediately after this game, we look for another fullback to round out our new defense, and we bring in Alexander Ba from Manchester United. He's an 82 overall, and we're going to skip ahead straight into league matches. We're expected to make a top 5 finish this season, so we need to take care of business in almost every single game. Chiesa puts his name on the score sheet yet again. Deriva nutmegs a defender straight to Saibari's feet, and he puts it away. We would win that game 2-0. Now in the second match day, we're playing at home, and Deriva excites the fans with a goal that would be the decisive one as we win 1-0. Skipping ahead to match day 3, Augsburg scores an absolute screamer from 40 yards out, and Chiesa almost returns the favor, but it goes just wide. And unfortunately, we take our first loss of the Bundesliga season, and at the worst time possible, because we're going into our very first Champions League game against AEK Athens. This Greek club would prove to be no match for Hamburg though, as we dominate possession and we dominate shots on target. Chiesa picks up a brace and sends us home with a W 2-0. Now skipping into the 4th match day, Deriva with this amazing rocket goal. His shooting ability has gotten so much better in the 6 years that he's been playing under PIRLO'S management. We take a win, and we're going into our next UCL game against Celtic. An early challenge leads to a red card for their team, and we immediately take advantage, picking up a goal, and yet another red card from Lewis McLean. When you're down 2 men, you can't really play that much defense, and we decide to pour on the score. With a Chiesa goal, Selk finish, and Saibari finishes as well. We win the game 4-0. Moving into our next league game, we win 1-0 off a Chiesa goal, and we tie 1-1. Chiesa putting home another one. Chiesa's form has been spectacular this season. This brings me to my first opportunity to show you the new data analytics and show you how well Chiesa has been playing in these games. He has the highest shooting accuracy of any starter, and he's creating the second most chances with a 1.88 shot conversion. That would be the lowest by a large mark of any starter. And guess who scores the first goal of the game? None other than Chiesa. This game was a test to see just how good we could do in the later stages of UCL, and I think we fared very well against a strong Inter Milan side as we win 1-0. Next, we sell Lucas Copato because we find a Russian striker in our youth academy. However, Lucas Copato won't be leaving until the January transfer window. We rotate our squad following the UCL win, and we decide to give Desni a chance, and also this guy, Frankie, who scores after hitting the post. Desni also gets a goal thanks to a nice pass from Jota, and Deriva finishes it up as we win 3-0. I'm sure I haven't spoken much about Frankie yet because he was on loan at Sporting last season. However, he is most likely going to take over Jota's role as the best man off the bench as a winger. We decide to give him a start over Dames to see what he can do. However, the first half was filled with offensive errors and defensive as well, as Klosterman gives up this penalty. They score and go up 1-0. Klosterman picks up a knock, jumping for a contested header. He will subsequently miss the next 5 weeks, and I'll show you why that's such a big deal after this game. After his injury, we're looking to be very aggressive on the counterattack, and we get an opening with Chiesa, who once again scores for Hamburg. And just a few minutes later, Dames, who came in as a super sub, squeaks by the box and scores an amazing goal that, in my opinion, secures his starting role for the rest of the year. The fans are thrilled that we came back and we're on to the next round as we survive a game that shouldn't have been that close. We're sitting tied at number 1 in the Bundesliga spot after 8 games of matches, and our best defender will be missing 4 league games, 2 Champions League games, and the next round of the DFB-Pokal. Alright, so we're going to pull up the stats of the season so far. And as you can see, Klosterman has the highest grade point average out of any defender. This is on a scale of 0 to 4. You can also see that his possession differential and successful tackles per game combined are the second highest, right behind Alexander Bach. His defensive efficiency is the highest. So as you can see, he's by far our most important defensive player. And who's going to be his replacement? The center back we brought in on loan. He has the lowest grade average out of any defensive player this season. He's conceded the most goals per game out of any defender. So when we place him in there, what I'm thinking is going to happen is we're going to put a lot more pressure on our goalkeeper, who is doing very well this season, but I'm not so sure he can handle all that extra work that we're going to be giving him. That's it for going over the statistical analysis, as I'm going to go into much more depth at the end of every half season and full season. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.